I think the big step functions are when we think about how we can take advantage of those things, what we can do with the processes inside our organizations, the business models we can expose outside. Cloud is one of those things, right? We're looking at a different way, the ability to, whether inside a business or outside, to get rid of non-core functionality. To push it away and let others do it, either different departments inside your organization or different businesses, and focusing on your differentiating value. And all of this virtualization technology has this great promise to enable that, but if we don't manage it correctly, we're going to create these incredibly complicated environments that will have, good chance of going wrong if we don't do it right. So it comes back to mitigate that risk through the right sets of management tools, right integration, things like that. Whereas in IT today, we still seem to be constantly fighting emergencies. And we have to get out of that so that we can practice for the real emergencies that happen, the real disasters where data centers get lost and things like that, rather than every day spending millions of little things that have to be fixed, none of which individually have that much of an impact on the business. When you put them all together, they're soaking up resources, they're getting in the way of being agile and everything else. I think if we can shift IT from being seen as a cost center to a value center and tie it more to enabling business value into the top line instead of the bottom line, I think that will also help shift that side of things.
And to enable all of that, you had mentioned about all these little fires that need to be put out, and some of those fires aren't problems that have to be solved, but things that have to be configured or things that have to be optimized, things that have to be examined and managed on a day-to-day basis. So the mundane types of things, going back to it, we need to make our infrastructure invisible. We need to make it much simpler to do these functions without having to look at the minute details in order to get these things going.
We have to hide the complexity.
And it's not just the initial configuration, it's the ongoing life cycle of those systems that just have to be more highly integrated and have to be simplified.
The life cycle is what's really important. I think it comes back to the point we talked about earlier, where the steady state is constant change.
Exactly.
So you're constantly provisioning and re-provisioning, which means that these activities that used to be, you think, I do this bit and I do this, and then I can sit back and say, my project's finished, I can wait till 3 years and I do it again. That world doesn't exist anymore for most of us.